Good evening, Panther Nation, and welcome to this special edition live streaming event of Lady Panther Volleyball on the Lady Panther Sportz Network. I'm Joe Roberts, and we are here in Porter, Texas for round number 2, the area round of the 4A Texas Volleyball Playoffs Division II. Your Liberty Lady Panthers taking on the Madisonville Mustangs of District 17. It is Thursday, November 7th, 2024. Game time set for 6:30 p.m., and it is going to be a good one. Madisonville, the district champions of 17, coming in here with a 36-8 overall record, and they took care of Silsbee earlier this week. The Lady Panthers taking care of Houston, Washington in straight sets, and they are on the net right now getting ready and warmed up. Coach Anderson feeling very good tonight. Talked to her earlier, and she is excited about the prospects for tonight's contest. For the Madisonville Mustangs, number 1, Brianna Coleman. Number 2, Shamia Morning. Number 3, Abby Short. Number 4, Molly Short. Number 5, Presley Ringo. Number 6, Ariana Leviston. Number 8, Brisa McLeod. Number 10, Mackenzie Mulligan. Number 12, Jillian Hardy. Number 13, Ruby Redden. Number 14, Carly Williamson. Number 15, Kaya Bird. And the coaches for the Mustangs of Madisonville, head coach Carly Dias, and she's assisted by Coach Carly Lehman and Coach Paige Packer. And now for your Lady Panthers, number 1, Addison Cordova. Number 2, Bella Elliott. Number 3, Kaylee Johnson. Number 4, Lauren Nesbitt. Number 5, Braylon Baucom. Number 6, Riley Jordan. And JV call-up, number 7, Jesse Fain. Number 8, playing libero tonight, Allie Slack. Number 9, Breezy Pantalion. Number 10, Bailey Taylor. Number 12, Kendall Harper. And number 13, Kylie Templeton. And followed up by number 14, Abby Vickers. Justin Anderson, the head coach. Jolie Neal, Haley Beam, and Macy Beam assisting her tonight. And it ought to be a good one on Monday night. In Huffman, Texas, the Lady Panthers taking care of the Lady Eagles of Washington. And man, oh man, did they show up and show out. 25-8, 25-3, and 25-7. And they dispatched them in just about an hour's time. And that is crazy work when you're watching a volleyball game. And I suspect this one is probably going to go a little more than that. Both these teams very strong. Both these teams looking to make a deep splash in the playoffs. Momentarily, Coach Karen Slack will be joining me at the table for her expert commentary. I want to give a big shout out to our AV team with us tonight. Jace Alms, Tate White, Jose Becerra. And a big, big shout out to Bruce George and the Liberty Athletic Booster Club, doing a little sponsor for the AV team. Getting to stop by Main Street Nutrition earlier today as we headed out of town. And I think the boys found a new spot that they're going to go to. If you haven't checked out Main Street Nutrition, make sure you go by and support them. They've been awesome to the athletic programs here in Liberty. Again, we're just about 9 minutes away from game time. The Mustangs still get to take their net, and then both teams will serve. And kind of a cool thing, both teams had about a 30-minute workout on the court prior to these regular scheduled warm-ups so that they could get used to this. It's a different sort of setup tonight here in Porter, the Spartan High School. They have a really cool gym that has the court in the middle. They've got courts on either side on the back side of the stands, and I believe the stands move around. Pretty unique, interesting setup. On Monday, Breezy was not available. She was trying to rest an injury. She should be available tonight and back in the regular lineup, and she will be a big weapon. And talking about big weapons for the Lady Panthers, Bella Elliott, the freshman, was simply electric on Monday from the service line and at the net, both defensively and offensively. Kylie Templeton, another one from the service line that had a bunch of service points for the Lady Panthers. And then the big hitting Bailey Taylor getting multiple kills along with Kaylee Johnson. This Lady Panther team fairly stacked this year, have a lot of height and a good mixture of age and youth as the Mustangs of Madisonville get set to take the net for their, I think, 4 or 5 minute warm-up. Don't know a whole bunch about them. I know Coach Anderson did get to go watch them play against Silsbee. They did beat Silsbee in 3 sets. They were all close. Silsbee always athletic, and they gave them a handful before they ultimately fell in 3. Again, want to thank you for watching the Panther Sportz Network and this live streaming coverage of Lady Panther Volleyball on Thursday, November 7th, 2024. This is round 2 action, Area Division 2. Coach Slack talked about the new divisions in sports outside of football that just began this year. Volleyball is the first sport to really get the full treatment of that. And when she comes on here momentarily, I'll have her discuss what that means again if you missed Monday night's contest. I'm going to give a big thanks to our principal, Karen Slack. Again, she will be with us. And our Liberty Athletic Director, Kedrick Harrison, athletic trainer, Michael Pope, and our superintendent, Dusty McGee, along with the school board members and everyone that has supported the athletics programs throughout the years and continue to do so. Athletic trainer for Madisonville, Bridget Chandler, the AD, Rusty Nail, principal, Shelly Shepard, and their superintendent, Keith West. And cheerleaders on hand tonight, Haley Morgan and Felicia Davis doing just a bang-up job with them. They went to a competition recently, did very well with that. They'll be competing in nationals moving forward. Pretty good crowd on hand for the Lady Panthers. One good thing, the Lady Panther athletics programs, as well as Panther athletics programs, generally travel very well. On hand tonight, see Jerry Mahalski of the Liberty Vindicator. He's always done a really nice job of giving coverage to Liberty athletics. And want to excuse producer Richard Ewing. He stayed in town tonight. His baby boy is playing his last JV game of the season as they're hosting Hardin-Jefferson. Speaking of which, the Liberty Panther Sports Network will be on the road tomorrow in Sour Lake for the season finale of 10-4A. The Liberty Panthers looking to end the year on a winning note, be taking on Hardin-Jefferson. That'll be a 7:30 p.m. kickoff. We'll be live just about 7:15 or so. Got a couple of the AV kids doing some different stuff tonight. Tate White taking over the technical directing duties for us. Normally that's Victoria McMillan, and she decided to pass the torch for this volleyball game. He's usually doing the scoreboard and other things. And speaking of scoreboard, because we're running a different setup, we are not going to have a scoreboard tonight, but I will be saying the score very, very frequently, so you should be able to get that quite easily. Again, I apologize for the inconvenience. Jace Alms normally in the trailer. He's on the camera tonight. And great opportunities for these young people in our AV program to get practical experience and application as they transition. And everyone on the team tonight, I believe, are either freshmen or sophomores. So pretty young crew, but a solid crew. Jose Becerra on our main camera tonight. And moving forward, he will be taking over pretty shortly. Pretty excited about that. Well, it's going to be time for our first commercial break. We're going to take a quick commercial, and then we're going to be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther Volleyball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, and then momentarily Karen Slack here for this area round playoff game between the Madisonville Lady Mustangs and your Liberty Lady Panthers. Both teams getting their final serve and receive before they do player introductions, national anthem, and all that good stuff. And then it'll be time to get going. Game time set for 6:30 p.m. Should be pretty close to that. And thank everyone for joining us. And don't forget, if you are a veteran or you have some veterans in your family, the Liberty High School will be hosting a Veterans Day Assembly on Monday, November 11th. That's this coming Monday. A breakfast for veterans will happen at 8 a.m. and then the assembly will start at approximately 8:45 a.m. And that's always a great job. Be hosted by the Liberty High School Choir Director, Christy Bean, and she just does a fabulous job putting that together. This year's speaker, John Stevenson, the Liberty High School Teacher of the Year for last year. So a wonderful guy in his own right. Will be giving the address. And here she comes. All right, Karen, you ready? All right, we're live. All right, welcome, Karen.
Hey, good night. How are y'all?
We're good. We've already talked about the lineups, and we've talked about some of the nuances. We're going to be getting close to going. Real quick before the introductions and such, on Monday when you watched round number 1, what were some of the standouts for you, and what were some of the things that they need to do to get victory tonight?
I think the first thing was our aggressive approach to the attack. So we have a tendency to be kind of careful with teams, and against HSD we were pretty aggressive, and that bodes well as an offensive team. And then the other thing I saw was that we served very aggressively for points, like for kill shots, for aces. And then really there was only one little down spot, I think, in game 1 where we had a few points go their way, but other than that, the momentum was in our favor, and we kept it for 3 games, that's a good thing for a playoff game. That's good to know.
Breezy back tonight for
Breezy's
this
back.
game. Going to be a big addition for the outside hitting.
Right. As a senior leader on the left side, and if you know any little bit of volleyball, most of the sets go on the left side in high school ball, and they're our most aggressive attacker.
Kaylee Johnson and Abby Vickers big at the net on Monday. Expect them to be big again looking across the net. Madisonville has some tall gals over there, and I expect it to be a battle.
Including a 6-foot setter, which is a very big, that's an offensive powerhouse.
There's no doubt if she was a lefty, it would be even worse.
If she was a lefty, it would be very hard to defend. But from what the film I've watched, they run a 5-1, which is very hard to defend with a very good setter, and looks like she has that kind of ability. We'll just have to be ready on that second ball, because if she's on the front row, she can attack that second ball.
Well, on Monday, Liberty had a bunch of service aces. I expect that to probably go the way of the dodo tonight.
I hope so. Yes, sir.
Lady Panthers and the Mustangs of Madisonville getting set for the player introductions. The Lady Panthers are the visiting team tonight.
All right, we want to welcome everyone.
Good size on both sides of the court. Volleyball is above the net.
Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order
I want to thank our host here in Porter, Texas for being gracious enough to host a game. It's actually not fun to host a game because you aren't getting to play and then you have to be there to make sure the facilities are good.
Most coaches really give a big sigh when you ask them to host. But this facility is beautiful. I mean, if I had some design ideas, this would be great.
For the visiting team, the Liberty Panthers, we have number 1, Addison Cordova. Number 2, Bella Elliott. Number 3, Kaylee Johnson. Number 4, Lauren Nesbitt. Number 5, Brandon Bauckham. Number 6, Riley Jordan. Number 7, Jessie Fain. Number 8, Allie Slack. Number 9, Brianna Panther. Number 10, Bailey Taylor. Number 12, Kendall Harper. Number 13, Kylie Templeton. And number 14, Abby Vickers. The Lady Panthers are coached by head coach Justin Anderson and assistant coaches Jolie Neal, Haley Bean, and Mason Bean.
Yeah, Justin Anderson coming back this year after a bit of an absence. Riley Fisbeck took over the volleyball program, did a great job, and then she moved on to some, I don't know if they're greener pastures or just different pastures, but she had a different opportunity, and congratulations to her.
Yeah, we miss Coach Fizz a lot, but she's for personal reasons moving back to where her hometown is, and she's doing a good job over there in Columbus.
You know, one of the things I forgot to ask you, when you guys went down there and played LaGrange that one year in the playoffs, was she on that team?
She's Caitlin's age, yes. They played junior and senior against each other. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ended up being the best friends. She's her maid of honor. Yeah.
I thought that I had heard that.
Yes, she was the setter outside hitter.
Carly Dias and assistant coaches Carly Lehman and Paige Casher.
And now we're going to get the national anthem.
Please stand and remove your hats for our national anthem.
What a lovely sound. I'll never stop saying that. Now it's just about time to win or go home. Area round 2, Division 2 of the 4A Texas volleyball playoffs. Just about ready to get going here in Porter, Texas. Karen Slack, Joe Roberts, and man, we are ready for a good one. Karen, I expect this is probably going to go 4 or 5. I don't want it to, but I think it's probably going to go 4 or 5.
But it's playoff volleyball, so that'd be great.
Never can tell what's going to happen here as they're going forward. Now, I'm going to make my caveat. You know, when we were in Huffman, we were on the angle, and I couldn't see on the other side. Now I'm close, and allegedly I can see. So,
if you can't see this close.
you might have to drive us back. Oh, well.
Madisonville's got some good size.
It's looking over
Number
there.
14's the setter, and she's going to start.
Carly Williamson. She is a tall drink of water, as they say. Breezy, Kaylee, and Addison, along with Bella Elliott, Abby Vickers, and Bailey Taylor on the court right now. And now we'll get Bella off and Allie Slack coming on for the Lady Panthers.
And this is the lineup they played with the entire year. It's got an outside hitter who's a senior. We have two middles that are seniors. And then the underclassmen are big-time contributors. Number 10, Bailey Taylor, is a phenomenal athlete. She starts at setter.
Williamson will get things going for Madisonville. And Slack.
Floater.
Taylor to the middle. Johnson gets blocked, a big block. And that's going to be a point for the Mustangs. That's number 15 on the front row, Kaya Bird, and she was all over that hit.
A lot of energy from the Madisonville side.
Williamson again. And Slack Trouble with that. Johnson back. They have to send it over for free. Libero to the outside. And that's going to be in the net, perhaps. Or did they call it? Oh, they called it double there. It's going to be.
Number 3 is in the net.
Oh, is that? I couldn't tell with the hand signals.
Like
okay. No matter what, it's going to be 2 points
right.
for Madisonville. Williamson still serving.
We need a good pass so we can run our offense.
And that's going to sail
Yeah,
long.
that'd be fine.
Service error, and that's going to give a point to Liberty. Allie Slack will be serving, and Addison checking out. Bella coming back in. Oh, that's tough. Hit from the left, and nice little bump, set, a big swing, recovered. And sent back over. Middle, quick.
Block.
Left. Another big block at the net.
This is a roll shot. Roll.
Good play. Slack back up to the front. Breezy with the attack. Big swing, and that's going to find its mark. And the Lady Panthers, after a long rally, take that point. And I know it's early in the game, but, man, sometimes losing those long rallies like that can be a momentum killer.
Well, if you'll notice, our left sides are much smaller than most people's left sides. They're just phenomenal athletes. So Breezy and Bailey are going to have to see the tops of those fingers and make that work for them.
Slack finds the libero. Hardy comes back over. And back to Breezy on the outside. And that's not going to be handled at all. Be another point for Liberty.
Another note, you'll notice that Bailey's setting it a little bit more quick tempo to the outside, so that middle's a little late on that block. Oh, that's a double.
All right, Karen, I'm going to let you take over for just a second. I got to check some settings real quick.
Got it. Number 5 serving for Madisonville. We lost a point with Bella swinging a little bit out. Good swing, though, on an offset. Got a floater. It's an overpass, and Madisonville kills the ball on what we call a happy birthday. Liberty needs to get some composure off the serve. Serve receive is a big fundamental skill. Another overpass. That's 2 serve receive errors in a row. Madisonville's very strategic serving. They're serving a short serve that goes right over the net.
Be Presley Ringo serving for Madisonville. Slack back to Taylor on the front. To the right-hand side, Johnson comes down the line. Set to the outside left. The push. Slack. Breezy with the swing. And it's going to get dug up and recovered. Williamson back over for free. Slack. Taylor to Breezy. Going to push the ball deep. Williamson back set. Vickers. Slack back up to the front. And Bailey Taylor going to have to send it back over. Williamson. Big swing, and Vickers not able to handle on that back left. And that's going to be another point for Madisonville. They now lead 6-3 in game number 1 of this best of 5.
The difference in the rallies is that Liberty sent over 3 free balls and Madisonville sent over 1. The more you attack, the better you are.
Ringo again serving for Madisonville. Johnson to Taylor, over to Breezy on the left. Going to push it over. And they're going to get a swing from the attack line. Taylor back set to Elliott. Comes across court. Williamson digs that up.
Roll. Libero picks it up.
And again, nice off the block. Williamson back set. Vickers. Slack. Taylor has to send it back over. Williamson to the left. A big swing, and that's going to get through the block and be another point for Madisonville. Right now, Uncle Momentum on their side, and we're going to get a substitution. They're going to take off Vickers and bring on Templeton, senior for senior, and see if she can handle it on the back. Ringo. Slack to Taylor, back to the middle. Bella, big swing, and she picks on the libero, and that's going to fall for Liberty.
Perfect pass by Allie Slack, and if we can run our offense off of a perfect pass, we are very athletic. We just cannot be that inconsistent with the pass.
It was a good substitution timeout from Coach Anderson. Kaylee Johnson will be serving now. Liberty trailing 4-7, and that's going to be a service error, and they're going to give it right back. And this time, Kaya Bird serving for the Mustangs, leading Liberty in game number 1, 8-4.
Perfect pass.
Taylor on the net, Breezy out of the middle, off the block, and that's going to be a point for Liberty.
That's one of our best offensive schemes off of the server C, where Breezy's hiding in the middle and kind of sneaks up on a quick.
Breezy now serving for the Lady Panthers, trailing 5-8. A very close, very intense contest. And that is almost going to touch the back line, but it's going to sail long. 2 straight service errors for the Lady Panthers, now trailing 5-9, and that's going to bring up number 4, Molly Short, to serve for the Mustangs. It's a very quality team. You could see how they won their district.
Yeah. They don't do anything too flashy, but they're so consistent. Lots of ball control. You can tell they play a lot of volleyball.
Slack to Breezy. Pushes to Bailey Taylor. That's going to be off the block, and that's going to get in for a point for the Lady Panthers.
That was key, and you'll notice this is a smaller middle for Madisonville, and she's a little bit slower than the first middle. So she got over to that block late, and Bailey took advantage of it.
Number 2, Bella Elliott, the super freshman, on for the Lady Panthers to serve.
What we need to watch out for is the second ball on this setter.
He pulled up by number 4, set to Williamson, or set by Williamson. Big swing.
It's a nice set. Nice.
And Bailey Taylor coming across court, and man, that was close.
That miss is okay. That was an aggressive swing.
And Elliott's going to step out. Allie Slack coming back on. That was a really pretty swing. That was about a whisker away of hitting that line.
Also, the angle she took, there's no defense there. So if she'd have gotten that in, that's an easy kill.
Number 6, Ariana Leviston serving for Madisonville, leading 10-6. Johnson,
perfect
Breezy,
pass.
a quick right there at the net, and her athleticism definitely provides that danger right there. Big example of what they were missing on Monday.
Yeah, because she's not classically trained as a setter. That's just all athlete.
Abby Vickers serving for the Lady Panthers. To pick on that
a
back
really
left.
Nice serve.
Williamson, she comes back with her own quick, dumps it right over the net.
That's a danger of a 5-1 setter. If you'll notice, Breezy had to stay on the floor to do hers. Number 14's on the front row, so she can go up like she's setting and dump.
The 11-7 Madisonville. The libero, number 12, Jillian Hardy, serving for Madisonville. Here in game number 1 of the best of 5 in this area round. Going to go to Allie Slack. Breezy's going to put it back to the left, and they got to send it just right over easily. Williamson to the left. Big swing. Allie gets a hand on it and not able to give a great pass. Did the best she could there. That's going to go out of bounds. Madisonville point, 12-7. Always a game of cat and mouse in these game 1s when you don't see someone all year long, and then this is the first kind of look. And it's much different when you're watching it on film than when you're watching it live.
It very much is.
Slack, a little overpass right there. Cordova, a down ball from Abby Vickers from that back right spot, and somehow that managed to get in.
And Abby did what she's supposed to do. She made a swing out of it instead of sending another free ball. If we continue to do that, we got a chance in this first game.
12-8 Madisonville. Bailey Taylor.
She goes deeper with that. That's a better
Williamson
serve.
to the left.
Lefty.
That's a tough swing right there. A lefty on the left side. That is tough to handle. She can go down the line or come back middle very easily. Kaya Bird is shaping up to be a handful tonight. So they're back to the original start of their rotation. Number 14, Carly Williamson serving. Johnson.
That's a nice pass by Johnson.
Taylor, back to Johnson. Straight down.
She's in the net. Ball was gone, though.
Cordova off. Elliott back on.
Perfect pass, perfect set, aggressive swing. Needs to happen a few more times.
Allie Slack with the service. And Bird tries to come over the top easily.
We treat that as a free ball. Now we need to attack.
Williamson back set.
Oh.
Missed swing right there, dug up by Taylor. Slack to the outside. Breezy, big swing, and that's going to sail long. And Madisonville with a point, 14-9 here in game number 1. That'll bring up number 5, Presley Ringo, but we're going to get a timeout before then. Lady Panthers take their first timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. Coach Roberts had some technical difficulties. Thankfully, I've got some cool kids that kind of show me what's going on over
Man,
here.
our kids work hard. I'm so proud of them. So thanks for coming with the cameras today.
Well, had to move some things around, but it's hard to say no to Coach Anderson.
I know.
She has a way.
She's a good one.
Game number 1, Liberty trailing 14-9 here in this area round. Number 5, Presley Ringo serving for Madisonville as we come out of this timeout. Slack.
We got to push that ball out a little bit more.
And Johnson tried to push it over. Williamson back to the left. Breezy with the big dig. Taylor, back row, Vickers, and that's going to find its way onto the court.
If you can back row attack effectively, the block's always off. It's hard to time a back row attack. Here's where we need to serve well. We've struggled with this.
Kaylee Johnson serving for the Lady Panthers. Liberty trailing 14-10. Libero to Williamson, jumps right. Bird gets the ball rejected, not able to handle it. Somehow they get it over. You set her out. Slack pushes it to Breezy. And they're going to have to send it back over for free. Johnson, Taylor to the right.
Tight set.
Oh, that was close.
Nice up by the libero with one arm.
Back, Slack.
That's a perfect pass.
Taylor.
Put it away. Nope.
Left-hand side, number 3, and Johnson takes it off the knuckles, and somehow the Mustangs able to come out of that rally. Looked like they were dead in the water twice. Number 3, Abby Short, with a nice swing to regain possession of the ball. Will bring up Kaya Bird. Madisonville 15, Liberty 10, game number 1.
Really good defense by both teams, honestly. There are a lot of swings in that rally. Jump serve with a lefty.
Taylor to the left.
Nice set.
Vickers, big swing, big block. And that is going to be out. And the lefty Bird up again. Madisonville 16, Liberty 10.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a service error.
She's dangerous, though. She got a little left-handed funk on that jump serve.
Breezy back with the serve. Liberty trailing 11-16. Handled by Short, Williamson. And that is going to sail long.
This is the rotation, I think, that Madisonville struggles in the most. We need to capitalize on those points while that lefty's on the bench.
Breezy. Nice serve, picked up by the libero. Williamson to the right. Johnson with a nice dig. Breezy to the outside. Bailey Taylor, big swing off the block. Williamson not able to handle that. Point, Liberty.
We can keep swinging. If we can keep swinging, we are very athletic.
16-13 Madisonville, game 1. Again, the libero. Williamson, back set. Big swing off the block. Slack picks it up.
Pass.
Back set to Elliott. Big swing, tries to come down the line. And going to be out
Bella's got to go with her bread and butter. She has a nice little short shot. That's an angle. She tried to go line. She tried to force it, but the block is there.
Number 10 stepping out. Number 4 serving. Molly Short. Madisonville 17, Liberty 13 in game number 1. Area round of the playoffs. Allie Slack. Right to the net. Dump.
It's a really good pass.
Big middle swing. And that is Mourning with the swing right there. Point for Madisonville. I don't know, would you call that was that a quick right there? I can't see on this side.
The coach at Madisonville's gonna ask about a back row attack because Breezy jumped on that dump. And the rule is as long as you're not above the net, it's okay, but Breezy's pretty athletic and jumps well, so it's a good protest.
Short. Johnson.
Beautiful set.
Bailey Taylor, big swing. That's going to hit the block, and that's going to go out.
Set.
Nice point, nice recovery for the Lady Panthers.
Here again, that middle's sitting on the bench over there. We got to make sure we get enough points, and this is really our best, toughest server, number 2, Bella Elliott.
Elliott tacks short on the back. Williamson to the outside left. And
fell off Cordova's hands.
Okay, I'm sitting right behind the line.
It just rolled right off of Cordova's hands. She was in the right spot.
That will be a return for Madisonville, number 6. Ariana Leviston serving. Madisonville 19, Liberty 14. Slack. That was tough, not able to handle that. Kind of rolled right off of her.
Yeah, need a timeout here.
And they're going to take a timeout, and we'll try and take one with them. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther Volleyball on the Lady Panther Sportz Network. All right, I'm going to have to give this back to you. I'm going to make a call to my insurance salesman back in Liberty, Mr. Ewing. Got to help me out with a technical issue.
Got it. All right, number 6 for Madisonville has the ball in her hand. She's about to serve. That would be Ariana Levinston. Number 14, the setter, is in the middle. Carly Williamson, and here's the serve. Jump float. Allie with a perfect pass. Vickers with a nice shot from the right side that hits that back corner, that left back corner, which is a kill shot every time you can hit it. Nice swing. And Abby goes back to the line to serve. Number 14, Abby Vickers. Score is 20-15 Madisonville.
All right, I'm back, I think.
You're good.
Number 4 short takes that Williamson to the outside left, and that's going to be off the block of Cordova. Breezy picks that up, going to have to send that over for free. Again, short to Williamson, and she's going to do a dump. And I think they're going to get a lift or a dump. No, they're going to get a double over there, and that's going to be another point for Madisonville. And now Kaya Bird checking back in for Mourning.
Also, number 14, the setter, is still on the front row, so you can look for a second ball attack.
Liberty,
they have their best attacker with her.
Liberty trails 15-21 here in game number 1. Jillian Hardy, jump serve, slack to Breezy. Left-hand side, Bailey Taylor, big swing. It's going to be off the block, and Madisonville not able to handle that. They'll get a point back. It's been almost back and forth. Madisonville tough with some points early, and then it's almost serve.
It's ball control, and I can tell you that Liberty's serving and off of the pass, off of serve receive, has been the issue.
Taylor serves. Bird comes back across, and she comes off the block, and man, that was one of those sort of miss-hit balls that just found its mark. 22-16 Madisonville. Williamson set to serve.
I think you alluded to it earlier, but it's very hard to defend a lefty on the left side.
going to be a service error and
Nice.
a breath of fresh air. You know, you say that, you'd think it would be just as hard to defend a righty on the right side, but somehow it doesn't feel like that.
I think lefties are just hard in general. You don't see it often.
Allie Slack with the service. It's going to go deep, and it's going to miss. And several unforced errors
Pretty
tonight
sure
from
we
the Lady
missed
Panthers.
4 serves, and look at the difference in the score. The rest of those points can be attributed to passes off the serve.
Short coming on for Leviston. Number 5, Presley Ringo serving for Madisonville, leading 23-17. Slack to Taylor, out to Breezy on the left.
Nice.
Big swing! And she's going to put that right in the kitchen counter of Williamson. Big point.
Perfect set by Bailey Taylor and quick swing by Breezy. That is where we're powerful, is that quick swing.
Kaylee Johnson.
Little confusion on Madisonville's side.
Nice set, and she's going to somehow get that on the back deep corner, and I cannot believe that went in. Coach Anderson not happy with that at all.
She's saying that number, what is her number?
Is that number
16 or 15?
15.
Number 15 was actually not supposed to be, and she started overlapping. She was supposed to be in right front, and she started in center front, so she's arguing that she was overlapping, and she's right. She's right.
This will be game point for Madisonville, 24-18 here in game number 1. Bird, and she's going to serve that into the net.
She was the one that's also, I mean, she's a super freak athlete, looks like, but she was confused on the court several points before that. The score right?
That is correct, yeah. 24-19, Brianna Pantalian serving for the Lady Panthers. And it is score or lose game number 1. And attack the back left. A quick.
Oh, that's a double.
And nice little push by Vickers. They're going to have to send that over. Slack pushes it back to Vickers in the middle. Big swing. That's going to be off the libero, number 12, Jillian Hardy. And the Lady Panthers stay alive for another point here in game number 1, trailing 24-20.
Vickers did a tremendous job getting a ball that was set over her shoulder into play and put a really good swing on it. That was a hard ball to hit.
Breezy with the service. Williamson to the left. And this time it's going to be off the block of Vickers. And that's going to do it for game number 1.
I got this.
Madisonville takes it 25-20. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther Volleyball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, Karen Slack. We're in Porter, Texas for the 4A Texas Volleyball Playoffs Division II, and the Liberty Lady Panthers facing off against the Madisonville Mustangs. Game number 1, Liberty drops 25-20. Coach, tell us what you saw and what they need to do to take game number 2.
Well, Liberty has everything they can control. Whenever you lose, the best thing that coach can do is go back to unforced errors. And the unforced errors in a volleyball game are missed serves and a serve receive. And I know we lost at least 4 on missed serves and probably 7 or 8 on serve receive attempts. That's the key to the game of volleyball. I have not seen anything flashy from Madisonville except that they make less of those errors. And the difference in the game was 5 points.
And Madisonville in a tough but not tough contest on, I believe, Tuesday against Silsby. They swept them, but each one of the games was very close. Silsby always brings some athletic young ladies to the table. and they were the champions of District 17, a very impressive record coming into tonight. Knew that they were going to be a handful, and this lefty, Kaya Bird, so far, along with number 14, the setter, who seems like she's 10 feet tall if she's 6, Carly Williamson.
She makes a lot of their passes look way better than they are. She is a very good setter. She puts the ball into the attacker's hands where they can swing more, and that's the key also. The less free balls you send over, the more attacking you can do.
Coach Jolie Neal over there having a chat with Ali Slack, the libero. Sort of the defense goes the way Slack goes on that back row. If she's able to dig something up and give the setter a chance to set up the hitters for Liberty, that's all the difference in the world, and she has been awfully good this year at doing just that.
Allie's just a sophomore. She plays a lot of club ball.
Seems like we've been calling the Slack's name for years and years and years.
It's been a while. We love Liberty. The Slacks love Liberty.
Speaking of which, your grandbaby, when's the last time you got to see your grandbaby?
She's coming tomorrow.
Oh, that is awesome.
Thank you for asking.
Are y'all heading up there for Thanksgiving, or are they coming down here?
They're coming down. Caitlin's getting married down here.
Okay.
So we're gonna spend a lot of time with them in a few weeks.
All right, game number 2 of the best of 5. Liberty trailing 1-0. Bailey Taylor serving for the Lady Panthers. And that's going to be a little miscommunication. Bird from that left-hand side rolls the shot down. And Cordova pushes it over and somehow makes that ball stick on the court.
We saved that one, and she put a little tip in center front. They weren't ready for that because, to be honest, Cordova doesn't swing a lot. They probably didn't see that on film.
Taylor.
That's a good floater deep.
Short, not able to handle that.
It's a free ball. Liberty needs to come back with something here.
Vickers.
Perfect pass.
Taylor to the middle, and Johnson with a push. Bird with that left hand. Oh, man, that was a quick run of thing. See, that's that left-handed action right there, just right over her head, and they were not ready for that. It's going to tie the game up at 1 and send the ball over to Madisonville. Williamson serving for the Mustangs. Slack, Taylor to the left to Breezy.
Nice.
Big swing! And that's going to be off the outstretched arms of number 6, Ariana Leviston. Big, big swing.
Bailey used a forearm pass to give that to Breezy, and Breezy peppered it down the middle of the court.
Cordova off, Bella Elliott on, Allie Slack serving. Lady Panthers 2, Madisonville 1 in game number 2. Nice side spin on that. And just have to push that ball over. Slack right to Breezy. A little miscommunication there. Williamson back set. Big block from Liberty, but that is going to fall out of bounds. I like to see the aggression from the front row, though.
Oh, yeah. We're just a smaller block than a lot of high school teams. We've got to be making sure with our contact we push that ball back over the court.
Ringo serving for Madisonville.
Perfect
Vickers.
pass.
Taylor.
Perfect set.
A big push through the arms of Williamson. She's going to send it
free
on
ball.
free. Slack. Taylor. Back to Elliott.
Bella, big swing.
And that's going to bounce
Gonna
off
get
the
another free
standard.
ball.
Slack.
Perfect pass.
Quick to the middle. Big, big swing.
I think Liberty got 3 big swings in that rally. That's the key.
It was nice. Kaylee Johnson there with the point. Liberty 3, Madisonville 2 in game number 2. Kaylee Johnson, the senior, serving for Liberty.
Kaylee needs to be aware of that foot fault line. She's close to it.
And that's going to be a big left side swing. Number 3, Abby Short. She finds pay dirt, and that will tie it up at 3 apiece. Both of these teams could not be more similar so far.
They are pretty similar. 15's impressive, though. She's got a nice little left-handed snap.
Kaya Bird. Johnson. Taylor. Elliott, big swing. That's going to be off the block. And that will be point for the Lady Panthers.
This is the rotation, like I mentioned before, that we've got to score some points in. That Bird's off the court.
Breezy. Liberty 4, Madisonville 3. Williamson jump set to the left, and that's going to come off the arms of Kaylee Johnson. Through 2, she struggled a bit on that back left spot. Going to stay tied at 4. Number 4, Molly Short, serving for Madisonville. Slacked.
It's a nice pass.
Breezy to
nice
the left.
set.
Big swing from Bailey. That's going to sail long.
Normally Bailey's cornered the market on that little shot right there. She just got behind the ball instead of on top of it. But that's the shot she needs.
Madisonville takes the lead 5-4. Molly Short serving. Slack digs it up. Vickers pushes it back. Slack has to send it over for free. Williamson.
Free ball was out of bounds. Yep. Official called it.
Be on the outside of the antenna on that. Madisonville 6, Liberty 4 here in game number 2.
Here's where Liberty needs to get their serve-receive in order. This is where we're losing points. We're leaking points at serve-receive.
Slack.
That's a good pass.
Breezy, back set. Elliott swings. Handled by number 5, Levinston.
Free ball
Hardy.
to Liberty. Perfect pass.
Breezy jump to the middle, and that's going to be off of Williamson's fingers. They thought she was coming up for the swing, and she tricked him. Tricked me.
It's a nice job by Abby Vickers. The serve's a little bit off on her left hand, and she made that work. What I'm more impressed with is Bella's nice swing to that left side.
Elliott with the service. Liberty trailing
Nice
by a
top
point. Hardy, Williamson, short swings.
Elliott.
Going to be right into Cordova. Madisonville 7.
We're a little
Liberty
late
5.
on that block. If we close that block, that's a stuff block.
Leviston. Slack. Vickers with the swing, a little bit behind her head there. Sails long. Madisonville scores again, 8-5. Liberty trailing 1-0 in this best of 5. Currently trailing 8-5 in game number 2. Leviston serving.
Nice.
Johnson. We'll get 4 hits on that. Right now they're just a little bit discombobulated. And Coach Anderson is going to take a timeout, and we are going to take one with them. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Lady Panther Volleyball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Game number 2 of the best of 5. Liberty trailing 9-5 and trailing in the series overall 1-0. Coach Slack, what are you seeing right now?
Well, I think our serve receive is a little bit better in the first part of this game. I think our setting has got to be a little bit more accurate. We are taking better swings, and that's the difference in the game.
Leviston serving for Madisonville. And Slack not able to handle that. Johnson tracks it down, and somehow the Lady Panthers get it over the net. Bailey Taylor with that. A big swing. Slack again. And again they managed to get over the net. Williamson tried to push it over and dump from Breezy.
That was a mistake.
Slack digs it. Johnson saves it. Another free ball. Williamson to the left.
We're late. Nice up.
Slack to Breezy.
Go, go.
Taylor with the push. Bird gets blocked at the net by number 14, Abby Vickers. How about that? Thank you, ma'am.
That was a gutsy rally by Liberty. We picked up all kinds of junk. Big stuff block at the end for a statement.
Number 14, Abby Vickers with the big block. Now she sets up to serve for the Lady Panthers, trailing 6-9.
Good deep serve by Abby.
Pick on short. Hardy.
Gonna get a free ball out of this. That's what we want.
Slack pushes it back up to the front. Bailey Taylor with a big swing. Hardy digs it up. Williamson, left-hand side. And that's going to be a swing right into the net. And that's just what the doctor ordered. Presley Ringo not able to get that ball down.
Very nice swing by Bailey Taylor. Much better set by Breezy. Perfect pass by the libero.
Vickers. Williamson tries to dump it over, and she finds pay dirt. Again, that's the danger of that tall setter on the front row.
It's also a momentum killer, and she knows it.
Liberty trails 10-7 here in game number 2. Jillian Hardy, the libero, serving for Madisonville.
To defend a setter that can do that, you have to stay in base position and read where their hands and her body is going so that you can defend what she's brought to do. But it is very difficult. It's a nice pass by Allie.
Big swing, big block, recovers it, Slack, and Cordova gonna have to send it over for free. And a big swing from that left-hand side, and Madisonville puts it down. Number 5, Presley Ringo with the swing and the kill. Liberty 7, Madisonville 11. Templeton on the court again. Ringo.
That's a nice pass.
Templeton. Johnson just behind her. Tried to hit a down ball and couldn't get on it. Madisonville extends their lead to 5, 12-7 here in game number 2. Liberty trailing the series 1-0.
Liberty needs to get back in this with a good pass so we can run our offense.
Hardy.
Look for Liberty to go to Kaylee Johnson on this.
Slack digs it up. Johnson. Taylor gonna have to push it over. Williamson to the left. Breezy back to Taylor.
Much better.
Big swing. It's gonna be off the block. Point Liberty.
Breezy and Bailey are so freaking athletic. Bailey did that with no approach, just jumped and punched the ball.
Taylor. Bird forced to step onto her bench to make that happen.
Call on those hands. That should have been a call.
Taylor. Left-hand side. Big swing. Slack saves it. Templeton pushes it back up. Gives her a chance to swing.
Oh.
Templeton back to Breezy. Big swing off the block. Another save by Taylor.
Go. Oh.
A little miscue right there from the Lady Panthers. Going to give the ball back to Madisonville. Madisonville 13, Liberty 8 here in game number 2.
Got to get back in this with a pass.
Back to the top of Madisonville's rotation, Carly Williamson. Slack, high level. Johnson, left-hand side. Breezy,
Nice.
Big swing off the block.
Watch a dump.
Williamson back set.
Nice.
Number 10, block.
Roll.
Taylor, Slack to the left. Breezy. Big swing, and it's going to find the mark on the back row. Point, Lady Panthers. Cordova off, Elliott on as Allie Slack goes to the back. And, man, they have played some inspired moments here, Coach Slack. Still trailing.
It's hard for me not to yell with this thing on.
It's okay. It wouldn't be the right story if you
No.
didn't. Williamson to the left. Good push. Taylor to Slack to be over.
Oh.
And somehow they're able to get that.
We got away with one there. We overpassed it on the second ball, and that was silly Allie Slack. She's laughing about it.
Well, better be lucky than good sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
Slack with the
It's a
service.
good deep serve by her, though.
Hardy.
We got a block on that. Yes.
Bird into the net. And they forced her off of her comfort zone right there, and it showed a little frustration from Kaya Bird. Normally sure-handed, gives the ball back to the Lady Panthers. Allie Slack, Liberty 11. Slack to Hardy. Williamson, back set.
Oh.
Ringo swings. Slack back up to Breezy. Big swing off the block, but digs it back up. Taylor forced to send it over. Williamson back to the left-hand side. And that's going to be off the block. A big swing by number 5, Presley Ringo.
This is where you're going to see the conditioning factor in here. And you see how many times the girls are jumping, going left and right. You got to be in maximum shape to get to all those balls. And I also noticed that we were jumping with the setter, and she's on the back row. We need to make that adjustment. She can't dump that way.
Johnson, nice pass. Back to Johnson. It's to roll that ball, and it finds the mark right past the attack line.
We'll take that.
Templeton going to step off. Abby Vickers coming back on for the front row. Elliott, Pantaleon,
Senior
Vickers.
Senior heavy court.
Bailey Taylor, Allie Slack, Kaylee Johnson on the back row right now for Liberty. Johnson with the service. Liberty trailing by 2, 12-14.
That's a good serve by Johnson. Right back corner.
Williamson to Bird. Off the block. Digs it up. Back set to Bella Elliott.
That's nice.
And it's going to come off the block for a point. And a nice turn of events right there for the Lady Panthers.
If we can get the ball to Bella on that side, she is very effective because they're late on the block.
Coach Carly Dias and the Madisonville Mustangs taking a timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther Volleyball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, Karen Slack. We are in round number 2, game number 2, and the Lady Panthers trailing Madisonville 14-13, but the last couple of points have been really, really nice showcases of what the Lady Panthers can do when things are going right.
It's about consistency here. If we can keep it consistent with our serving and serve receive, we got a chance here to take this game.
Kaylee Johnson serving for the Lady Panthers.
Inadvertent whistle. Not really sure what this is.
I saw neither coach calling for anything, so I don't know if they're doing a lineup check.
I don't know if it's a lineup check or the table called it.
Well, you would think at this level of the playoffs we wouldn't be worried about lineup stuff. Of course, we've played some teams
we have.
that had some lineup issues deep into the season.
Oh, that is a lineup check.
They're looking at it. So this
this
may
the
be
table initiated this.
a libero issue, perhaps. Everyone's kind of looking at one another to kind of figure out. And no matter what's happening, this is a good thing for the Lady Panthers because it's getting Madisonville kind of getting in their head, I would think. Well, that turned into much ado about nothing. So here we go again. Kaylee Johnson, service.
Good deep serve.
Hardy Williamson. Big swing, nice dig.
Pass. Perfect
Breezy,
set.
the big swing, and that's going to find its mark again. And the Lady Panthers on a veritable roll right now. 3 straight points. Game tied up again, 14-14.
Very clean ball, very clean ball.
Johnson. Hardy, Williamson at the net. A little bit of a miss hit, and because it was a miss hit, Elliott not able to handle it right across the net.
Like a changeup.
Those are tough. Madisonville regains the lead 15-14 here in game number 2. Kaya Bird serving for the Mustangs.
Nice flat serve.
Taylor.
Nice set.
Big swing from the middle. Brianna Pantaleon with a kill.
Let's go.
Now, you talked about this a while ago, and it looked like Bird was about, she was close.
She's creeping closer to that line every time.
Now, we're on the angle, so she may not have been as close as it looks like, but
there's
it
a
was
lineman
close.
there.
Breezy with the service. 15-15, game 2. Hardy, Williamson, back set.
Here's a
Over.
free ball.
Back to Taylor. Big swing off the
Nice
block.
job.
And that's going to fall out of bounds. Good swing. Bailey Taylor has been getting after it tonight.
So the strategy with a short left side, and both of our left sides are short, is to use the block to your advantage. So if you punch it at the right angle, it'll block out. And that's what's called tool on the block. And Bailey did that very well.
Breezy. Hardy. Williamson to the left. A big swing. Nice play, Breezy. Push from Elliott to the back corner. Williamson to the left. Taylor to Breezy. Miscommunication. And you can tell when things are going wrong when everyone's pointing at someone else.
Tremendous defense by the Lady Panthers, though. We're getting hands on a lot of balls that we didn't before. So the aggressiveness is showing. Got to have a pass here.
Molly Short serving for Madisonville.
That's
Slack.
a perfect pass.
Breezy.
Nice set.
Bailey pushes. Williamson to the left. Big swing. Nice dig from Allie. Breezy saves it. Elliott pushes it back over. Williamson quick to the middle. Off the block.
Good job.
Allie able to dig that back up over. Another left-hand shot. Allie all over the place on the back row. Bailey Taylor with the push.
That's a free ball. We can't send free balls over.
And
That's
Williamson
what happens.
is able to find the hole on the left-hand side. Madisonville 17.
Again, number 14's on the front row, and when she's on the front row and she jumps, you have to be able to defend an attack and a set.
Molly Short. Madisonville 17. Slack.
It's a decent pass.
Breezy
Nice
to the left.
set.
Bailey Taylor, big swing, and that's going to ride high. And that's going to go out.
Oh, he's called a touch.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Okay. The linesman on the far side, the Madisonville side, is going to say someone touched that.
Isn't it nice when there's not kids calling lines?
Oh,
I love kids.
Well, can you imagine how crazy this place would have went with a kid back there?
No. I love kids, but I really respect adults that call lines.
Well, the head official going to call both captains up to have a chat with him.
There's a touch for sure.
Playoff game, I could almost bet money on that he would not overturn one of the corner officials.
Why would you have him?
17 all. That was a big call.
This is where we need to get on a run with Bella serving.
Elliott.
Oh, good serve.
Big serve. And number 12 can't handle that. Hardy off of her hands. Liberty takes the lead, 18-17.
If you're watching back home, Bella has a nice little top spin that kind of looks like it's going into the net and just dives right over the net.
You can almost feel the tension right now in this gym. And that's going to sail out. Hardy thought about taking that and wisely turned away from that. That's a dangerous spot for most people.
That's an aggressive serve. I'll take that all day long. That was barely out.
18-18 in game number 2. Number 6, Ariana Leviston.
Tied up. Here's where we get tough.
Slack. Breezy forced to pull that out of the net a bit. Johnson. Left side.
Play it.
Breezy. Taylor down ball. Quick to the middle. Johnson, nice. To the left, Taylor, big swing off the block, and that's going to be out for a point.
Yes.
Lady Panthers.
Bailey did it again. She's using their arms when they're late for the ball. They reach and push to the outside of the court. That was really nice. I don't even know if she knows she's doing it, but she's doing it well.
Abby Vickers serving for the Lady Panthers. Liberty 19, Madisonville 18, game number 2.
Good serve by Vickers.
Short.
Get a free
to Hardy.
ball out of this.
Williamson forced to push it over. Slack back to the front row. Jump. Big
And it
swing
is.
for the middle. Kaylee Johnson, the senior, with the kill. And this is the largest lead for Liberty tonight, 20-18.
Madisonville with a sub, and you know that's a timeout that they don't have to take. So.
Leviston off. They're going to bring on Abby Short.
And what's the rule, Joe? Who do you serve?
Oh, you serve who just came
That's
in.
right.
Vickers.
And she does.
Short.
Free ball. That's a free ball. Liberty
Ringo.
needs to take advantage of this.
Slack back to the
Good
front.
pass.
Breezy Bailey Taylor pushes the ball over. Swing. Nice save, Taylor. Breezy.
Double.
They're going to get her for the deuce.
Tremendous up by Bailey Taylor.
Kaya Bird coming back on for Morning.
This is where our athleticism needs to push through. We just get things up.
Hardy with the service for Madisonville. Madisonville trailing 19-20.
Barrel has a very good serve.
Vickers, breezy, middle, big
Nice.
swing. Kaylee Johnson off the block. And that's another point for the Lady Panthers.
Madisonville struggles with the quick set. You can tell that they're a little late.
Bailey Taylor.
Nice serve.
Short.
Number 4.
Bird with the swing, slack.
Nice up by Allie. Nice up.
Breezy off the block, and another point for the Lady Panthers.
Nice up by Allie. Perfect set by Bailey, and a nice quick snap by Breezy.
They're eating up this block right now, and Coach Dye is forced to take a timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Lady Panther Volleyball on the Liberty Panther Sportz Network. Game number 2, Liberty 22, Madisonville 19. Liberty trailing 1-0 in this best of 5. Taylor with the service. Short. Williamson dumps.
That's a perfect free ball for us.
Back to Breezy. She dumps it over. Williamson not able to handle it, and that is going to be point Lady Panthers, and I almost thought they were going to get her with a lift right there.
I think they could have called a double, and that's what the coach from Madisonville is complaining about. It's funny, though, Madisonville's lost some aggressiveness. They just send some free balls over that are not typical.
Taylor.
Go.
Another roll shot. Williamson to the left. Ringo.
Perfect pass.
Taylor, back set. Cordova pushes it deep. Williamson, middle quick. And Slack not able to get under that big swing from Kaya Bird to get the ball back over to Madisonville's side.
Come on.
Madisonville 20, Liberty 23.
Come on.
In this game number 2 of the best of 5, Liberty trails 1-0.
So
14's
on the back row now, and this is a good thing for Liberty. She does serve well, but now she cannot do that second ball attack.
Williamson. Slack.
That's a perfect pass.
Taylor left. Breezy pushes it back.
We got a
short.
swing.
Back to the left-hand side. Ringo swings. Vickers. And that's going to be a point for the Lady Panthers. Going to get them in the net. I'm sorry, for Madisonville. They're going to get the Lady Panthers in the net. And Coach Anderson's going to take a quick timeout. We'll take one with him, and we'll be right back. Panther Nation, you're watching Lady Panther Volleyball on the Liberty Panther Sportz Network. Game number 2 of the best of 5 in this area round championship. Liberty leading 23-21. Madisonville with the service. Williamson serving. Madisonville leads 1-0.
He had a really good pass off of the serve.
Slack.
That's it.
Taylor.
Perfect
Breezy.
set. Perfect
Big
set.
swing, and that's going to be a point for the Lady Panthers.
Perfect pass, perfect set, beautiful swing. And you can see when we bring the sets down and push it to a quick tempo, they have struggled with it. And I see some kids sucking air over there.
Slack with game point. Oh. And that's going to go right into the net. Service error. That'll send it over to Madisonville. Madisonville with their back to the wall here in this game number 2.
Hey, Allie needs to shake that off and get the first pass because they're coming at her.
Madisonville 22, Liberty 24. Ringo with the service for Madisonville.
That's
Johnson.
A good pass. That's a decent
Taylor.
pass.
Johnson rolls it. Williamson. Hardy. Short. Slack. Taylor pushes it back up. Vickers rolls it. Back to Williamson. Back set. And that's going to be off of Allie Slack. The point for Madisonville. 23, Liberty 24. I think both teams out of their timeouts.
We need to get back to an attack here. We sent too many free balls back in that rally, and that was the difference.
Ringo.
Nice pass by Johnson. Oh, that set was a little off.
Williamson, left. Ringo blocked.
Stop block, go.
Vickers
Good up.
saves it.
Good up. No.
And they're going to say that was on the outside. Nice athletic maneuvers there, but not able to save it. That's going to
Good
knock
effort,
the game
though.
up.
Really good effort.
Madisonville
One catch.
scrappy. Ringo.
Nice.
Johnson. Taylor. Big push. Back set. Taylor back to Breezy. Big swing.
Yes.
Madisonville.
It's going to be a free ball. That's going to be a free ball.
Slack.
We got the advantage here. Put the
Taylor
ball away.
quick. Johnson. Back set to short. And that's going to come down over the block. And Madisonville takes the lead. They now have game point.
Come on.
Madisonville 25, Liberty 24.
Come on. Good pass. They're going after Kaylee Johnson over there.
Push.
We sent another free ball over. Good pass.
Taylor.
Got to attack.
Breezy off the block, and that's going to be a point for Liberty. And they will square it up again.
We have to attack. We cannot send free balls over.
Apologize for that little technical thing right there. I got one of my youngsters doesn't know the game of volleyball very well. He's doing an awesome job.
He's doing a good
by the way.
job. It's an overpass.
Big shot.
It's a free ball. Liberty's up. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, they're going to want that one back.
Yep.
That's going to be a point for Madisonville. They now have game point again, 26-25.
Need to shake that off and get this next pass.
Kaya Bird serving for the Mustangs.
And again, the setter's still on the back row here.
Johnson, slack.
Oh, tight. And we got that over. I don't know how.
Williamson going to push it to the back corner. Johnson. Breezy has to push. Williamson again to the left-hand side.
Good
Slack.
pass by Allie.
Taylor.
And we put
Big
an attack.
swing. Williamson back set. Swing, and that's going to find the mark. And that's going to do it for game number 2. Madisonville claws their way back to take the lead. And after 2 games, Liberty trails 2-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Lady Panther Volleyball on the Panther Sportz Network. Joe Roberts, Karen Slack, After 2 games in this best-of-5, Liberty trails 2-0. And man, oh man, what a heart-wrenching loss right there at the end of game number 2. Liberty with a several-point commanding lead, and then somehow Madisonville able to claw back, tied it up, and then send it into some extra little services there. Coach Slack, what did you see? What do they need to do?
Well, when points matter, we went back to very timid volleyball where we didn't get into attacking position. A lot of that had to do with some passes that were not where they're supposed to be, but we can't get away from the attack mode. And when we get too careful, that's when we send the ball into their court, and they have a little bit more ball control than we do. They're going to put the ball back much stronger if we keep giving them free balls.
Well, we said this was probably going to go 4 or 5, and now the Lady Panthers have their back against the wall. If they want it to go 4 or 5, they cannot lose again. They're going to be forced to win 3 in a row if they want to play on next Tuesday. The winner of this contest getting the winner of Sealy and Gateway Prep, I believe.
Yes. Gateway Prep is someone we scouted last year for softball. I think it's in the Georgetown area.
Yes, that is in the Georgetown area. There was another school up there I was thinking was in the Waco area, but it wasn't Gateway Prep.
Well, here's where I think that the game of volleyball is so unique. We do so much jumping, so much moving that your conditioning plays into a big factor when you get into game 3. If you get into game 3 and you have a lead, you get a little bit of a pad there, but don't ever count someone that's in tremendous shape out, because you can outlast a lot of opponents just with that very thing.
Well, the Lady Panthers able to go deep into their bench on Monday. Coach Anderson, a very short bench tonight, very short rotation, and we'll see if the conditioning is going to hold up. And the Lady Panthers have been known historically for being a very, very well-conditioned team.
Yeah, I'm noticing some kids in Madisonville. Of course, you know, they're in good shape. I know there's some kids that are bending over trying to get some extra air over here, so hopefully that plays us well.
Well, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to get extra air, and I've done nothing, literally nothing. Madisonville with the service for game number 3. Madisonville with a 2-0 lead. This is a best-of-5. Both games so far have been very close, and really it's come down to little tiny mistakes.
Yeah. I'd say we go with our game plan. Our athleticism should be something that Madisonville has to deal with, so we just have to worry about that part. Just make sure we have a strong attack as many times as possible.
Carly Williamson, as per usual, top of the rotation, starting it off for Madisonville. Slack.
It's a nice pass.
Taylor to the left. Be an overpass there.
Free ball.
Slack. Taylor
Nice
on the
pass.
net. Big swing in the middle from Kaylee Johnson, and that will be a point for the Lady Panthers. 2 games in a row, they started off with point number 1. Cordova will step off. Bella Elliott will step on. Right now, Elliott's been a little quiet tonight and ready for her to explode.
We've used our middles and our left sides a little more in this game.
And that's going to be a miss hit right there after the miss pass.
I think the top official missed a net call.
Mackenzie Mulligan not able to handle that. That'll be point number 2 for Liberty, 2-0. Slack. Hardy. Williamson back set. Ringo going to hit into the block. It's going to go out, be a point for Madisonville, and Ringo will step back to the service line.
Those small little nuances about teaching your kids to move their hands back to the center of the court at contact of block matter, because that block made that ball go out.
Vickers.
It's a good pass.
Taylor
Nice
back
set.
sets to Johnson off the block.
Up.
And
Good.
she gets another big swing right there. Not quite the happy birthday, but definitely, hey, a nice Arbor Day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Big point from Kaylee Johnson. Liberty 3, Madisonville 1. Game number 3.
Nice serve.
Hardy, Williamson to the left-hand side.
Pretty set.
Short. And she's going to hit right into the block, and that's going to fall out. And both teams have done a pretty good job of using the opponent's block to score points.
Yeah. You got to make some adjustments on the defensive side of that and push that ball back to center back.
Kaya Bird. the lefty.
That's a nice
It's
serve.
a great drop ball from her. Johnson not able to get low enough to dig that up, and that's going to tie the game up at 3. Bird. That's going to fly well out of bounds. It'll be a service error on Madisonville. Point for Liberty. That'll bring up Breezy to serve.
Okay, Madisonville's setter number 14's on the back row, and now 15 is off the court.
Short. Williamson. Slack handles that. Breezy pushes the left. Taylor, big swing off the block. Williamson back set. Nice Johnson, Breezy. Taylor pushes over for free. Another big swing. Slack, nice pass. Taylor, big swing. It's going to go out. And it will be Madisonville ball. Put Molly Short on the service line for Madisonville. Game number 3 tied up at 4. Madisonville leads 2 games to none here in the area round of the 4A playoffs. Slack, nice pass. Vickers,
yes.
Big swing.
Yes.
The point for the Lady Panthers. So far, she has had a nice night.
You can look for number 14 to dump the ball here to get a point.
Cordova steps back on. Elliott, nice serve. Johnson. Bailey Taylor. And a big kill shot from the middle. Number 2, Morning with the kill. And that will tie it back up at 5. Abby Short off, Leviston on for Madisonville. And don't forget the Panther Sportz Network live tomorrow for the football season finale in Sour Lake. 7:30 p.m. kickoff, 7:15 live. Leviston, Johnson, Cordova pulls it up, and
Gotta send a
Taylor
free ball.
got to send it over. Williamson to the middle. A nice push, and Morning again with another point for Madisonville, and they will push ahead by 1, 6-5.
That's out.
Service error, Madisonville, and number 6, Leviston, not able to get that one in. That'll tie it back up at 6. Abby Vickers, the senior, having one heck of a game so far tonight.
Biggest momentum killer in volleyball is a missed serve.
Leviston to Williamson, back set. Nice.
That's a good up.
Taylor.
That's a good job.
Hardy digs that up. Williamson to the left. Ringo, swing. Vickers. And not able to get that pass. Madisonville with the point.
Proud of Bailey Taylor. That set was really kind of far back, almost to the 10-foot line, but she took 2 steps back quick to get behind the ball to make an attack so that she didn't have to tip the ball. That's an adjustment.
Bird back on for Morning, and the libero, Hardy serving. Slack off her hands. Cordova saves it. Slack has to push it deep. Williamson to the left-hand side. Ringo. Templeton. Taylor again with a swing.
Dump.
Saves.
Oh.
Templeton pushes it back. We call that the right church, the wrong pew on that one. A good save by her. And Madisonville extends their lead by 2. They lead 8-6 here in game number 3. This is a win or go home game for Liberty.
Libero for Madisonville has a nice little flat serve.
Hardy and Templeton not able to get underneath that. And Templeton will come off, and we'll see Riley Jordan, fellow senior, for the first time tonight. See if she can get something done on the back row with her passing. Jillian Hardy Slack, Breezy, and
Gotta
Johnson
send a
able to
free
send
ball.
it back. Bird pushes it, and that's going to be another point for Madisonville. And Coach Anderson forced to take a timeout. We'll take one with him. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Lady Panther Volleyball on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Liberty trailing game number 3, 10-6. They trail in the series 2 games to none. And right now they are on a 4-point slide, and they have to break this up. Coach Anderson taking a timeout and hopefully able to break this service hold that number 12, Jillian Hardy, has had on this particular rotation for the Lady Panthers, Coach.
Yeah, we just got to break their momentum. They do have really tremendous ball control. They don't make a lot of mistakes with the ball. I'd like to take this time to thank your crew, Joe. This is amazing that we get to offer this on a Thursday night to all of our viewers. And little Tate White over here is doing a tremendous job in a game that he probably has never watched before.
And a big
Nice
swing, Bailey Taylor.
Atta girl.
Well, he has watched it because he did tell me he watched Monday's broadcast.
Okay.
So he's seen
There's
at least
a start.
one. That's
You're
right.
doing a great job, bud.
Jace Alms on camera, Jose Becerra on camera. Great crew tonight. And Mr. Ewing back in Liberty calling in and doing some tech support for us. Be a service error by Bailey Taylor, and that'll send the ball right back. Liberty trailing 11-7 here in game number 3. Back to the top of the rotation for Madisonville. Carly Williamson, the setter, serving, and she has been pretty good tonight.
Yeah, she's a very good setter. Makes a lot of good decisions with the ball. It's the quarterback of volleyball.
Breezy, big swing into the block, and it's
Good
going to
block.
come right back onto the Liberty side. Riley Jordan with a really nice pass to start that off, and Breezy not able to cut the block like she has been doing. Liberty 7, Madisonville 12, Williamson.
Top spin. Nice pass, though.
Slack, and a little miscommunication there, and that's going to result in a point for Madisonville. Taylor was setting the quick, and Johnson wasn't right there. I think they weren't on the same page. 13-7.
Coach Anderson getting a sub in there just to change it up a little bit, use it like a timeout, just maybe change the momentum a little bit.
Bockham on for Jordan.
That's a nice pass by Allie. Perfect
there
pass.
There we go. That was what they were looking for.
Roll shot.
And that's going to come off of Bockham, and that'll be another point. 14 for Madisonville, Liberty 7, and right now they are in danger of letting this one just slip away down the drain, and there is no tomorrow if they lose this game, Coach.
Yeah, that's what's great about the playoffs. That's the energy level, right? Somebody goes home.
Williamson again. Johnson to Taylor. Cordova forced to push it. Hardy, left-hand side. Ringo, big swing to be off the block. And Abby Vickers going to step on for Bockham. And Coach Anderson right now trying every combination she can think of on that back row to help them get a pass.
You only get 2 timeouts, so really it's not about who's making errors. It's about changing it up, making sure the server gets a little bit of a break, so she's killing us over here.
Johnson's
Nice
pass to Taylor. Big swing, Breezy, and finally they break the stranglehold that Madisonville has had, and they will
That's a
end
big
that
dent.
service.
That's a big dent to come back from.
Liberty trails by 7, 15-8. Allie Slack now with the service. Hardy, Williamson to the left-hand side. Into the block. Leviston And Bird just rolls it over. Slack.
Nice.
Taylor to the right-hand side. Elliott pushes it. Big swing from Johnson. Hardy. And Liberty gets another point.
Just got to keep doing the strong attack. They're going to pick up the tips.
Slack. Williamson back sets. Slack saves it. Taylor. Breezy, big swing. They're going to call a double right there on Liberty.
It was. That second ball was spinning.
Liberty 9, Madisonville 16. Game number 3. Madisonville leads 2-0 in this best of 5 area championship round of the 4A volleyball playoffs. Porter, Texas. And Slack not able to extend her arms quite far enough. And that'll be another point for Madisonville with a very commanding lead right now.
It's a short serve. That was a very short serve to the 4 spot. That's a hard serve to make, and it's a good one.
Ringo with the service.
She goes right back to that 5 spot.
Taylor to Johnson, and could be just too far on top of that one into the net. Johnson not able to get that snap.
Timeout.
And Coach Anderson taking her last timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You were watching Lady Panther Volleyball on the Lady Panther Sportz Network. Joe Roberts, Karen Slack, and our cast of characters tonight in Porter, Texas. This is game number 3 of the area championship round of the 4A volleyball playoffs. And Liberty trailing right now 18-9, and they ran into a rotation just a while ago that just really put the buzzsaw to them. And they have a pretty steep hill to climb here, trailing by 9, 18-9. And, of course, this is a win or season-over game for Liberty. Coach, what do they need to do right now to force a game 4? And I know it's tough to think about that.
It is, but the whole thing is mentality. You got to get 1 point at a time and change your mentality to be aggressive.
Vickers. Slack. Back to the left-hand side. Roll. Hardy. Swing short.
Good up.
Slack to Breezy.
There you go.
And that's going to go off the block.
1 point at a time, 1 point at a time.
Well, I've said it 100 times. If I've said it once, you eat the elephant 1 bite at a time. And right now,
it is an 8-point elephant.
It's a pretty big one. Kaylee Johnson. Williamson to the back, and Bird, probably the first time tonight, got a perfect set to her, and she came through like gangbusters.
I don't know if you noticed, but they ran a tandem. The tandem, well, actually it's not a tandem, it's just double quick. So the middle came in for a set, and the right side came in for a set, and the quick went back, and the lefty took it away. That was nice. Good timing. That takes a lot of practice.
Brisa McLeod with her first appearance tonight for Madisonville. Bird. And she's going to put that into the back of her teammate's noggin. And they're having a nice little laugh over there. Morning turns around and looks.
I think she had too much adrenaline pumping from that back quick. And then she just hammered it like a tennis serve.
Breezy serving for Liberty. Going to go attack the deep back middle. Back set. Roll. Breezy to the left. Morning able to save that. Another swing.
Nice block. That's a roll.
Short. Vickers hits into the block, and Morning right there to stuff Vickers. And that will be 20 Madisonville, Liberty 11. And that'll send the ball over. And number 4, Molly Short, to the service line for Madisonville. Slack.
Oh, tight set.
Elliott able to get it over.
Out.
And Morning sends that one long, and Liberty gets the ball back. Liberty 12, Madisonville 20 here in game number 3. Bella Elliott serving for Liberty. And that's going to just miss that service line on the outside. Another unforced error for Liberty.
Missed an opportunity there with a really good server. Bella's going to be kicking herself for that one. Normally she's really good back there.
Leviston serving for Madisonville. 21-12 lead. Breezy back to Vickers, pushes it over down the line. Lady Panthers not able to work that out. That'll be 23 for Madisonville, and it's getting down to the 11th hour for the Lady Panthers.
A good setter sees holes on the other side, and you can tell 14's got a lot of experience with seeing where the defense is vulnerable. She knows when to dump it. She knows how to dump it. She knows who's vulnerable at every point of the defense. She's close to that line.
So close, but it doesn't matter because she sent it over. That'll be an unforced service error, and that'll push the ball back to Liberty